This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a Sherman man is facing charges after he allegedly threatened to shoot a healthcare worker. 19-year-old Josiah Walker made his initial court appearance this morning. Walker allegedly went to the Katahdin Valley Health Center in Patton on Wednesday to get a religious exemption form signed for a COVID-19 vaccination. When the healthcare worker said she was unable to sign his form for school, Walker allegedly became angry and threatened to come back with a gun and shoot her in the head. After he left, the health center went on lockdown. According to court documents, employees told police they saw him drive by several times. He was later arrested in Presque Isle. Walker is charged with terrorizing, criminal threatening, and violation of bail. His bail is set at $2,500 cash. Authorities have released the name of the person who died in a crash in Waterville Thursday. 30-year-old Akram Mohammed's motorcycle crossed the center line and collided with a van. It happened on College Avenue just after 10 a.m. Waterville Deputy Police Chief William Bonney said Mohammed died at the scene. Bonney said it does appear speed was a factor in the crash, which is still under investigation. Meanwhile, a district judge has ruled in favor of a Hamden parent's right to continue speaking out against what he calls pornographic literature in schools. Sean McBrearty received a notification back in July that he could no longer attend RSU 22 school board meetings as well as school grounds over alleged obscene behavior at prior meetings. McBrearty later filed a lawsuit against the school system, and Judge Nancy Torreson ruled in his favor on July 20th. McBrearty has appeared at a series of school board meetings advocating against critical race theory and what he calls hypersexualized literature being placed on middle school reading lists.
Nobody I know is talking about banning books or burning books. Nobody's doing that. What we're asking for is age-appropriate book titles with parental consent and accountability, and that's not what's going on here. These librarians and teachers want to bring books into the system without ever going through the actual library computer.
The court concluded they were trying to restrict him only because of what he was saying, and that you cannot do.
McBrearty says per the settlement, he will receive a sum of $40,000, which he plans to use towards lawyer fees and financially supporting other parents' right to have a say in their child's education. Meanwhile, the ongoing bus driver shortage is causing problems as students head back to the classroom. The most recent incident comes in Lewiston, where 300 students were forced to find another way home after 2 bus routes were canceled early in the week. Raul Garage's transportation director, Jenny Chase, has described the challenges her organization is dealing with due to these shortages.
We have to double up runs. It takes longer. Sometimes you have to give up trips. And I can't say that this year is any worse than other years. Last year it was the same.
And becoming a bus driver should head to Maine Department of Education's website for more information. And with Labor Day coming up, experts are projecting that this could be the busiest travel weekend so far this year. Our Matthew Dronsick has more.
With Labor Day and the end of summer approaching, people are looking to get one final road trip or vacation in before it gets cold. Bangor International Airport Director Tony Caruso says with COVID-19 restrictions being relaxed, he expects more people to travel.
We're anticipating a busy travel weekend comparable to like the 4th of July.
According to a AAA survey, 32% of Americans are going to be traveling this Labor Day weekend, with 82% expecting to travel by car. Even with a majority of people traveling on 4 wheels, airline passengers are expecting the worst.
Expect lines and maybe delays.
I'm hoping for the best.
Yet others are not too worried about the challenges the weekend is going to bring.
I really don't have any. I travel fairly often, so as long as the flights are on time and I get home, that's my goal today.
I'm trying not to have any and just enjoy it.
With Labor Day marking the unofficial end of summer, AAA Director of Public Affairs Pat Moody says this is something travelers have been waiting for a while.
With the pent-up travel demand for the last 2 years, people want to get out there and travel. So this Labor Day weekend is it's going to be similar to what we saw for Independence Holiday, Memorial Day.
Despite the busy weekend, Caruso says this is what he was looking forward to.
Yeah, I think this is more, what we're used to seeing, pre-pandemic, if you will. The busy travel seasons and, recommending that passengers get here, early enough to get checked in and go through security screening. So, we are seeing those numbers that rival those pre-pandemic numbers.
According to Tony Caruso, he told me the best advice for travelers is to arrive 2 hours early to avoid long lines and make it through TSA. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
A lot of people traveling this weekend. That also means hitting the road. But how is the weather going to be for all of those getting out and about? Well, we'll turn things over to Devin Biggs now for a first check of our forecast.
Hey, Peter, thank you very much. Happy Friday evening. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store, natural beef and pork. Check them out at 29A Belmont Avenue in Belfast, Maine. Man, a beautiful day out there with temperatures making it into the lower 70s, so just a very nice day all the way around, not too far away from average. We have high pressure right overhead, and that's keeping us very nice right now, so anyone going outside this evening, it'll be a nice night to do so. Just watch out for a little bit of fog in a few spots. The winds won't be a huge deal either. They'll be out of the southwest and switching around from time to time at about 5 miles per hour, picking up a little bit as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the evening period showing crystal clear skies, maybe some fog, temperatures falling into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Peter?
All right, another nice, cool overnight. Thanks so much, Devin. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, NASA will be making its second attempt to launch the Artemis rocket this weekend. We'll have a preview. And state leaders convene for the governor's opioid response summit to find solutions to substance abuse. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Last year, I cracked Biden's aggressive spending agenda. Now, I'm delivering on common sense reforms that are good for America, like lowering prescription drug prices for thousands of Maine seniors, preventing healthcare costs from spiking on working families, and opening up oil and gas production to lower fuel costs, while reducing the deficit by hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because Maine common sense is back on the table in Washington.
Hey, how are you?
I got your order back this way.
Thanks. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Come on in, sit down.
We're your neighbor, your friend, your banker. Skowhegan Savings.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back. We turn now to the ongoing court action following the FBI's search of former President Trump's Florida home. A federal judge has now released an expanded list of items seized by the FBI agents on that day. ABC's Ike Ejachi is in Washington with more.
Today, a federal judge releasing an expanded list of items seized by FBI agents during last month's search warrant executed on former President Trump's Florida estate. The list itemizes hundreds of government documents seized by investigators and explains where and how they were found. The Justice Department's inventory of items taken states some documents bore classification markings ranging from confidential to top secret and were intermingled with items like newspaper clippings, photographs, books, and clothing. In Trump's office alone, DOJ alleges there were 43 empty folders seized with classified markings. ABC News learned the FBI remains concerned there could be classified records still missing. After Thursday's high-stakes courtroom showdown, a judge is still deciding whether or not to appoint a special master, an independent person, to review the seized documents for any executive or attorney-client privilege conflicts. At the hearing, Trump's legal team comparing the hundreds of classified documents seized to overdue library books. DOJ lawyers were blunt, saying because he was no longer the president, he did not have the right to take those documents. They aren't his. On a radio program, Trump repeating claims he was not to blame for any top-secret documents leaving the White House.
You accumulate a lot of stuff over a term, and then all of a sudden you're leaving, and stuff gets packed up and sent. All sorts of stuff. Mostly the boxes, pictures and newspapers and shirts and gear and, golf balls and it's a lot of stuff.
If the federal judge appointed by Trump rules in his favor, then lawyers on both sides will be offered to make suggestions as to who can review the materials. If not, Trump's legal team says they will appeal. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, all systems are go for Saturday afternoon's second attempted launch of NASA's Artemis I mission. Monday's first launch attempt was scrubbed due to some technical issues, but repairs have been made and the weather forecast is favorable. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
The countdown is on for the launch of NASA's Artemis I mission Saturday afternoon. Weather conditions forecasted to be favorable.
With a little guarded optimism, we're set to go this weekend.
The launch has a 2-hour window beginning at 2:17 local time.
We've got a whole host of things that could cause us to not get off any given day, weather, range, or technical.
Monday's first attempt was scrubbed due to 2 issues. One of the 4 engines wasn't cooling down to the proper temperature, and there was a crack in the vent valve in the inner tank. Engineers have since repaired that crack and determined that the sensor on the engine was not working properly.
Right now, team has really just done a fantastic job getting us out of launch attempt number 1, repairing all the issues, and getting us into a safe configuration to proceed into tomorrow's launch attempt.
NASA is using a Space Launch System, or SLS rocket, to send the uncrewed Orion space capsule on a 37-day mission to orbit the moon. It's all a part of NASA's Artemis program, which aims to establish a human presence on the moon by the end of this decade.
We're going back to the moon to land in a place that we've never landed before.
Anne McLean could be one of the astronauts on board when Artemis launches crewed missions.
Our long-term big goal is going to Mars, exploring places that we've never been before. Landing on the South Pole of the moon is going to test and develop technologies and teams that will enable that future mission.
And this Artemis I mission will fly a total of about 1.3 million miles. Now, if tomorrow's launch is called off for any reason, the next launch attempt will be on Monday. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News at the Kennedy Space Center.
Well, back here in Maine, Governor Mills' opioid response seminar series resumed earlier today. The seminar featured leaders from across the state who discussed critical strategies to combat substance use disorders. A.J. Douglas has more.
Following Governor Janet Mills' 4th annual opioid response summit, it was announced that a series of seminars would follow to continue discussing crucial action plans to prevent drug overdoses during a statewide opioid epidemic. The initial seminar focused on treatment methods such as methadone medication. Medications like methadone have been used for decades as an opioid addiction antidote treatment. Healthcare professional Jacqueline Sears says the goal is to get patients on a more independent form of treatment by ultimately prescribing medication.
The purpose is to increase functionality and quality of the individual needing services, to reduce withdrawal symptoms and cravings, it is a life-saving measure.
Pete Morris, co-founder of Everest Recovery Center, says stigmas and false narratives prolong the advancement of opioid medications.
Addiction is a chronic illness, and it's accompanied by significant changes in the brain. Addiction, does not occur because of moral weakness or lack of willpower or unwillingness to stop.
Morris outlined the ongoing barriers facilities face while treating substance abuse disorder. Morris says among those barriers are funding, educating stakeholders about the benefits of medication, and
the biggest challenge right now is workforce. It's really very challenging, and specifically in the clinical area.
The director of opioid response for the governor's office, Gordon Smith, says the Mills administration plans to continue these conversations to educate stakeholders working to expand opioid treatment programs and update an existing action plan.
Because of our increasing overdoses and all the changes in the drug supply, we know we have to update the plan continually.
The next seminar will take place on October 7th. AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a new attraction at the Blue Hill Fair brings a children's story to life. And in sports, Tyler Cruz joins us live from Cameron Stadium to preview the return of Friday Night Sports Blitz. We'll have that story right after the break. Stay with us.
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust helps businesses succeed with commercial lending, cash management tools, and merchant services. Whether your business is growing, expanding, or evolving, we can make it happen together. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, named one of America's best banks.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
Easier banking anywhere, anytime, with online bill pay, digital wallet, mobile deposit, and more. Whatever you're planning, saving for, or working toward, we can make it happen together. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, named one of America's best banks.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. It is the last Friday of summer. That's why I have a kaleidoscope on my shirt. But anyways, it is the first official Friday of high school football here in Maine. We will get to that in a minute. First, we have some basketball news to get to, actually. South Portland native JP Estrella, ESPN's 44th ranked player in the class of 2023, has committed to Tennessee for next season. The Volunteers were a 3 seed in last year's NCAA tournament, but they lost to the University of Michigan in the round of 32. As for Estrella, he led South Portland High to a Class AA state title this spring as a junior. And after he wraps up his senior year at Brewster Academy, he'll be joining the Vols, the same school that Celtics forward Grant Williams attended before being drafted by Boston.
Yes, Grant Williams FaceTimed me a couple of days ago, actually. I talked to him for a little bit, yeah. He's awesome. He was just talking to me, just like a normal human being, and if I ever need anything, I always could hit him up now, so it's just another connection I have now. That visit, for me, was really the only visit that I kind of didn't really want to leave. At the end of it, I was like, is it really time to go? I was trying to stay a little bit longer. But yeah, that visit, after that, I was just like, I think this is going to be the spot for me for sure.
Staying on the subject, Celtics forward Danilo Gallinari has reportedly suffered an ACL tear, according to the team, an injury that could cause him to miss the entire 2022-23 season. Gallinari was one of the Celtics' biggest offseason pickups, coming in with Malcolm Brogdon. Suffered the injury playing with his home country of Italy in a FIBA World Cup qualifying game. Let's switch gears now. Maine Field Hockey had their home opener this afternoon, a beautiful day for it. They were hosting the University of Dartmouth, looking for that first win of the season. And the Black Bear offense wasted no time getting things started. Mallory McKenzie made it a quick 1-0 game just a couple of minutes in. And then less than 5 minutes later, the Black Bears would add to it on a goal from the Skowhegan alum Bria Kennedy off the corner. Dartmouth, they were able to get on the board with a goal from Bronwyn Bird. But after that, it was just all University of Maine. Chloe Walton going coast to coast made it 3-1. Julia Ross would also score, and McKenzie would grab another one. Maine goes on to win it. They pick up that first victory of the season. 5-2 is the final. All right, and finally, let's talk some football. It is the very first week of high school football, like I said, and I am here at Cameron Stadium in Bangor for the classic Across the River rivalry matchup. Brewer coming over to Bangor for the Week 1 matchup, and this one should be a really good game. Bangor is coming off of one of their best seasons in recent history, but as we all know, they lost a big chunk of seniors from last year, and a lot of those seniors were starters in key roles. So a lot of juniors on this roster right now. A chance for the Rams to kind of create their identity for this year and the next tonight. As for Brewer, they're pretty much the opposite, right? Not the best record in 2021, but they have a lot of players coming back for their senior campaigns, and a lot of those players were in key roles last year as well, so a lot of experience on this Witches team. This could be a very good, a statement win in Week 1 for them over a Class A opponent. We'll have this highlight for you tonight. Dave Peck is down in Lawrence as the Bulldogs take on Skowhegan. That could be a sneaky game of the week here in Maine for Week 1. We'll have that. We'll have Herman versus MCI, and we'll have Hamden and Madison, and much more tonight for the first edition of the Sports Blitz at 11 p.m. on ABC 7. Make sure you are tuned in for that. But that's going to be it from me from Bangor. I'm Tyler Cruz. We are going to toss it to Devin Biggs now with your full 5-day weather forecast. Devin?
Thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year of maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. Alrighty, look at your headlines right there. A very quiet evening on the way, so if you're going outside to do pretty much anything, the weather will be absolutely perfect to do so. It might get a little cool out there as well. And some areas of dense fog may try to develop in a few spots, so be ready for that. And storm chances move in on Sunday as our next system begins to move in from the north and west. But high pressure is right overhead right now, keeping us very nice. So again, looking for excuses to get outside this evening. Have plenty of those as we're crystal clear and very calm out there too. But a change will soon be on the way. Here's high pressure right here. This will track to the east. We have low pressure right about over here. This will move from the west to the east. And once we head towards Sunday, things will get a little interesting with chances for showers and storms that begin to move in. Here we are, Invest 91L. We have our eye on the system, though, because it continues to develop a little bit, moving toward the west-northwest at about 13 miles per hour with winds up to 35 miles per hour. I continue to watch the spaghetti plot models because they continue to develop. A couple outliers, though. Tries to aim it towards Maine a little bit, of course, way far out. Nothing to get alarmed about at this point, though. But we're going to continue to monitor this as it does develop, though it's still worth investigating as it does develop out in the Atlantic. But meanwhile, though, look at these high temperatures. Lower 70s today, just absolutely beautiful out there, not too far away from our average high. And overall, we've been gotten warmer and cooler over the past few days, so overall a little bit of a cool stretch. We got warm the last few days into the 80s, middle 70s as we went towards Thursday, but for today, though, not too bad either. Our average high is 76 degrees. We're not too far away from that tomorrow and Sunday into the upper 70s. With the lower 70s as we head towards Monday, middle 70s for you Tuesday. The lower 80s make a return Wednesday into Thursday, and then falling back as we head towards your Friday. Longer term forecast for September 7th all the way through the 11th, showing high probability of us being well above normal. We saw those 80s within a short term forecast, and this is a longer term forecast showing the probability that these warmer temperatures will continue. The dew points, though, will not be a huge deal. We'll be seeing dew points rising maybe close to the 60-degree threshold as we head towards Saturday and parts of Sunday before they fall back down as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday. Futurecast moving forward, a beautiful evening on the way in mostly clear sky areas. Have been fog in a few spots. Overall for tomorrow, mostly sunny to even partly cloudy in a few spots, but overall clearing out as we head towards Saturday night briefly. And then watching out for those chances for showers and storms as we head towards your Sunday as the next system begins to move in. So your forecast for tonight, though, lower 50s, mostly clear with areas of dense fog, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, upper 70s, mostly sunny to partly cloudy in a few spots. That south breeze getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your Varney Ford extended forecast. Rain chances move in on Monday. We'll have highs in the lower 70s with the middle 70s making a return on Tuesday with a mostly sunny sky, and mostly sunny again on Wednesday with highs in the low 80s.
All righty, Devin, thanks so much, and still more to come after the break, so stay with us.
What happened between Tuesday and Friday? Jared Golden broke his promise. Tuesday, Jared Golden campaigned as an independent fighter against Biden's spending that he knew
would make inflation worse.
But 3 days later, voted for Biden's newest spending bill that will raise taxes on nearly every Mainer, nearly double the IRS. And in Jared Golden's words,
make inflation worse.
Jared Golden broke his promise to Mainers. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Furniture Gallery is celebrating Labor Day. Thank you to those who continue to work hard every day. It's your time to kick back and relax in a new recliner. Save 10% on our entire recliner selection. After a long day at work, you deserve a great night's sleep. The Furniture Gallery is offering a free bundle with any Simmons Harmony Luxe, Serta iComfort, and Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress purchase. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business. The Furniture Gallery, Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
You've got something dark that I like, but I can't quite put my thinking on it. Got a good appetite for a bad reputation, but I don't want to be just another one of your skeletons. 6 feet deep.
Get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months in the purchase of a new 2023 Soul.
Sting in concert, September 11th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Sting, My Songs. Performing songs written throughout his prolific career with special guest Joe Sumner. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Sting in one unforgettable night, part of the Varney Insurance Concert Series.
What's better than a sale? The Label Shopper Summer Warehouse Sale. Direct from our warehouse, prices $3, $4, $5 and up. Where else can you get designer brands as low as $3, $4, $5 and up? Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
Tonight, the Mar-a-Lago investigation and damage assessment, plus the newly revised COVID boosters. How soon could you get one? More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
Welcome back, everyone. Finally tonight, an annual tradition is back in Blue Hill, and it's got something new, too. The Blue Hill Fair has opened an attraction that turns one children's book into a reality. Devin Dagnall has more.
You know, it's fun to see the kids, the families come in and be able to see animals that they probably don't see every day.
With rides, food, games, and agriculture, the Blue Hill Fair is like many of the other fairs throughout the state. However, Blue Hill's latest attraction is setting it apart from the rest. That attraction? Well, it's Some Pig. Based on the popular children's book by E.B. White, Charlotte's Web, The Blue Hill Fair has constructed an attraction where families can meet their favorite pig, Wilbur, and rat, Templeton.
E.B. White wrote Charlotte's Web, and he lived in the next town down in the town of Brooklyn. So the Blue Hill Fair and Charlotte's Web go hand in hand. You know, he wrote about bringing Wilbur to a fair, and being right here, this was his hometown fair.
Fitch says that the live exhibit was made period accurate to the 1950s fair to give patrons an experience close to E.B. White's when he may have first been inspired to write his classic story.
The Blue Hill Fair actually needed special permission from E.B. White's family in order to put on this attraction. But because of that special permission, they're not only the only fair in the state to be able to do this, but the only fair in the country that can have a Charlotte's Web attraction.
No need to worry if you're not able to make it to the Blue Hill Fair this year to see Wilbur, because the attraction is going to be a permanent one. In addition to its newest attraction, the Blue Hill Fair will be filled with all kinds of entertainment, ranging from wood carving to live music from now through Labor Day. In Blue Hill, I'm Devin Dagnall with ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Wow, so cool to see that attraction and that story come to life right here in our own backyard, and really cool that they got the special permission to be the only one in the entire country to have that attraction. All right, well, lots of people got to get out to that this Labor Day weekend, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. That does it for us tonight. I'm Peter Dubois signing off for ABC 7 News at 6.